For those of you who don't know, I'm Maggie, and today I'm really excited to share with you my spring essentials. You could probably liken this to a favorites video of sorts, especially since I didn't do one for the month of March. But really, as we move into a new season, a lot of things change for me. So I'm not reaching for the same skincare, I'm not reaching for the same makeup products. Some of my wardrobe kind of turns over, so I just want to share with you some of my absolute favorite products. We've got clothes, we've got cosmetics, we've got things for my dog. So let's go ahead and dive in, and we are going to start with some shoes that I wear all season long. So the first product that I want to talk to you about are some shoes that I bought 4 or so years ago from a company called Necessaire. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I love this brand. I've talked about them primarily, I feel like, in the winter months because their boots are top notch. Super high quality, really comfortable, last for years and years, and their sandals are no exception. So these are their Hurache Sandals. I want to say these are probably the most popular shoes that they sell, and you've probably seen these before, maybe from other brands, but seriously, spend the money on these, because if you've been looking at a similar style and you were kind of hesitating, these are the best kind of transition shoe. And I feel like spring, especially in Texas, is really volatile. So this week alone, we had temperatures that were in like the low 40s and temperatures in the 90s. It's all over the map, and I feel like these are just the perfect segue into a new season because while they are closed-toed shoes, you can see that they're actually really breathable on the side. So I would consider these a sandal, just like they're called, the Hurache Sandal. And I have mine in the color almond. All of my shoes that I have from Necessaire, I get a half size up. So I typically am a true size 7 and I get a 7.5 in all Necessaire shoes. And if you're thinking, Maggie, maybe you're just a size 7.5, I'm not, because literally from every other store, I'm a true 7. So I think it's because these shoes do take a little bit of breaking in, because I feel like over time, this leather is just gonna soften up. It's gonna stretch out a little bit. It's not gonna completely change the size of the shoe. I love that they're closed-toed because I typically don't paint my nails in the winter time, which I'll get to in a minute when we talk about something else. Right as we're easing into those warmer months, like on the first warm day, I can throw these on and I look appropriate for the season without actually having to show my toenails. So I think that's fantastic. These I truly cannot say enough good things about, but I did recently get a pair sent to me from Necessaire, so thank you. And they are the go-to platform sandal. Let me get them. So, like I mentioned, these are the go-to platform sandal, and I have mine in the two-tone design. So this is the color rose and bone, I believe is what they call this. It has a very easy Velcro closure, so you just slip it through this little metal piece here. It goes around the back of your heel and then it just Velcros in place here. And I love that they have this little added platform because I'm really short. I'm 5'1.5", but this gives me just a little bit of height, but they're not so tall and platformy that sometimes they're hard to walk in. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes the super platform, just like flat shoes, I end up like scraping the top of the shoe all the time because I'll trip and I don't know. These do not give me that same issue. On the bottom, they have this really like grippy tread. This is something that if you are walking around and it's a little bit wet in the area or something, you're not gonna slip and slide all over the place. You do actually have some traction here. And I'm sure you've seen other shoes like this and you can probably get them at a lesser price point too. However, I'm willing to pay a little bit extra for Necessaire shoes because of the company itself. They very much care about the impact that they have on both the people that work for them and the people in the world and the planet itself. And so it's just a company that creates very high quality products. Again, I've had those Hurache sandals for 4 years. So if you're using these shoes and you're getting a ton of good use out of them, then I totally think that they're worth the price. I don't think that you can go wrong with some really high quality sandals that you're not throwing away every year like I used to do with my Target sandals all the time. And while I was sent the shoes from Necessaire for free, I did not receive any other compensation for making this video, and I just want to be entirely transparent about that. So now let's move on to a couple of clothing items that I feel like I wear on repeat these days. I talked about these shorts in a recent newsletter. If you're not already subscribed to that, I'll be sure to link my website in the description box below so you can explore that and get signed up for a newsletter that is sent weekly on Sundays. But these are from Amazon. They're from a brand called Blooming Jelly, and I love that they have this kind of thicker waistband here, but they're not ridiculously tall, you know, like all the way up to here, like those Free People shorts. I do not understand those shorts. They come up to like my rib cage. can't do it. So I feel like this is a much more moderate version of those. They do have this nice little pocket, which is fantastic for just slipping your phone in, because I love to listen to podcasts while I walk the dog. And so it's nice that you still have that option when you don't want to wear leggings, because I feel like a lot of my leggings have good like little phone pockets I can slide things into, and you don't have to sacrifice that when you wear these shorts. They're a really nice like quick dry material, and they do have the inner liner inside. So if you're looking for good running shorts that don't actually ride up your legs, and I feel like they just look very flattering, they're not too short, they're not too long, they have a million different colors. So if you don't like this purpley color, I also actually own a like bluish gray pair that I like a lot. They just happen to be dirty right now, but they also have basic colors too, like blacks and navies and greens and things like that. These are like $25. So much better than even another pair of Lululemon shorts that I have that I feel like are too high-waisted, and they gather so much in between my legs when I walk, and I hate that. I'm like constantly pulling them down. So save your money, get the Amazon shorts. But I understand that on occasion you do not want to always wear athletic clothes. And so if you are looking for a pair of shorts that are a little bit nicer and make you look a little bit more put together, I cannot recommend Madewell's denim shorts enough. These I love because they're, again, not too short. I like this little kind of distressed detail that has the frayed edge, but the distressing is not like too much. Like the frayed part isn't super long and like halfway down your thigh, and it doesn't look like you got caught in a fence or something like that. The fraying looks very intentional. And I love the wash. They're like light wash, but not too light. They're kind of an in-between color, which I just absolutely adore. The pockets on them are placed really nicely in a really flattering way. And I just feel like these are those shorts that are perfectly high-waisted, comfortable, they don't ride up, you can sit down very comfortably in them, and I feel like over time, because I've worn them so much, they've just gotten softer and softer. And truly, once you find a good pair of denim shorts that's not too tight around the waist or around your thighs, don't give it up. Buy multiple pairs. I wish that I had of these, honestly. The next clothing item is actually one that I mentioned rather recently, but I wanted to do a quick little check-in on this, and this is just that plain white, like boxy cropped tee from The Drop on Amazon. I love this thing. It is the perfect length for those high-waisted denim shorts that we just talked about. I think that they'd be so cute with the go-to platform sandal that I already showed you. And it's just a very high quality t-shirt. Now, I used to be a freak about not drying things, and I had to get over that because our laundry was just getting too much, and we were like air drying so much of it and we just didn't have room for it. So this is one that I have been routinely putting in the dryer, and I will say if you are in between sizes, go up a size, because while this didn't shrink dramatically, it shrank enough for me to be like, whew, I'm really glad that I got the small and not my normal size extra small, because now it's still like the perfect cropped length on me, but it's not too short. So in the spring, I love to just easy breezy throw on a t-shirt and go, and this one is a really nice lightweight but still high quality t-shirt, and I want to say this is like $19. Now there's one other item that I can't show you because it's actually sopping wet and drying on my drying rack, so I'll be sure to insert a clip of me wearing it. But I love wearing like lightweight pullovers, hoodies, things like that, because as the temperatures are kind of volatile, we're going back and forth, we have cold mornings, we have hot afternoons, I love to layer. And so this one sweatshirt that I got relatively recently from Aerie is the perfect kind of lightweight. It has almost like a terry cloth material inside, but then just a really basic like soft cotton on the outside. It's ribbed in such a way that it like sits really flatteringly like around your midsection. It has a great V-neck. It's just so comfy. It's not too hot because it's not like fully fleece lined or anything, and it'll be great for summer travel. Like I can knock it on an airplane without some sort of layer, and that's really why I bought it. Like I could just see myself like traveling somewhere really tropical and then putting it back on after you shower, after a really long day on the beach, you know what I mean? And then you just want to be comfy cozy in your sweats before you have to get dressed again to go out to dinner. That's kind of what I was thinking with this. I ended up getting mine in my true size because the sleeves are a little oversized. So know that like the V-neck, it kind of like, it's already an oversized sweatshirt. I don't think you should go up in size. And Aerie stuff, I feel like always goes on sale. So wait for a sale for sure. Okay, next up, I want a wedge in between the clothes and the cosmetics, something for Nash. This is his little doggy water bottle because when the weather is really nice, you will find us eating out on a patio somewhere. And we love to take Nash with us because he's really good. He loves to be with us. So it has several different compartments. And the first one is meant to hold food. I'll tell you, we don't use this all that often because when he is out and about, we have him eat before we actually go to the restaurant. So this doesn't get used as much, but you could, if you wanted to take them to the park or something, put some TREATS, he's sitting right behind me so I can't say the word, in here so that you can reward them if you're trying to teach them a trick or something. And that screws back on to the bottom here. In this section, that's where the water goes. So you fill up the plastic part, you screw the top back on here, and then this becomes his little bowl. Now, if you have a really big dog, I don't know if this is gonna be enough for you, but Nash is around the 21 to 25 pound range, and so this is perfect for him. And all you do is like pull back this little piece here, and then the water will drain into the bowl, and then they can drink that water. Assuming they don't finish it, you can then push it forward, and you can have the water drain all the way back in. This is just a really handy thing. It fits in my purse, and if not, it also comes with a little string that we took off of it that you could just like put around your wrist. This is really handy. We use this a crazy amount, and this was on Amazon for somewhere in the like $15 to $20 range. So if you go a lot of places with your dog in the warmer months, don't go without water, even though a lot of restaurants are quite generous with that. I teased this a little bit earlier when I was talking about the Hurache sandals and not painting my toenails in the winter. And that's just because I don't know if it's genetic, I don't know what it is, but if I leave polish on my toes for a long period of time, they can start to yellow and I can develop this like weird white spots on my toenails. It's not great. My mom struggles with it too, and we've found that if you just leave polish off of your toenails for long periods of time, it really helps heal them, revive them, and in the spring and summer months, since we have our toes out all the time in sandals, we feel that it's necessary to paint them. And so I have to get much better about removing the polish after a week, letting it breathe for a little bit and starting again. So that is a goal of mine this spring. But I have loved the Olive and June polishes specifically. These I purchased from the Olive and June site because I think on your first order you get like 20% off of the whole purchase. Cost-wise, it was much more effective for me to do that, but if you just wanted to try one shade and you didn't want to commit to paying for like the shipping or anything from that site, these are also sold at Target. And I feel like these go on so opaque. They have that really great thick brush on them. Now I only got mine in light springy colors, and I actually bought these like around Christmas time, oddly enough, but this one is in the shade GH, and it's this light little baby pink. And then this one is in ECC, and it's more of a lavender. I just like really neutral nails. I do have a couple of wild colors here and there, but in the springtime, I'm always reaching for these. These are a 7 free nail polish, so they are a bit better for you. And I'll be sure to link to their site so that you can read more about their products. I'm definitely not an expert in the ingredients, but did do a little bit of reading, which is how I landed on buying these when I wanted to refresh my little nail polish collection. All right, so moving into more cosmetics, this specifically is body care. And this is the Necessaire Body Lotion. And I got this in a little sampler kit of 4 of the Necessaire products. But I really loved that kit. Didn't have bad things to say about any of the products, but I did say that my top 2 favorite ones were the lotion and the body wash. I've already used up my little sample size body wash, and I'm getting really close to finishing up this lotion. So I do plan to buy this while the Sephora like sale event is going on right now when I'm filming this, because this lotion seriously is remarkable. I think it's definitely worth talking about, and I don't feel that strongly about a lot of lotions. It ticks all of my boxes. I want a lotion that's gonna be incredibly moisturizing, but I need it to sink into my skin. I can't have a super thick lotion that has me feeling greasy and slippery afterwards. No. So you put this on, it sinks very nicely into your skin, but it still gives you that like healthy sheen. It's fragrance free. All of their packaging is recyclable. And this is one of those things that's not really spring specific, but I feel like as our legs are seeing the light of day again, lotion is a necessity for me right now, and this one is just my favorite. Moving on to skincare. In the springtime, my skin gets really congested, spring and summer, but today we're focused on spring. That's because I'm sweating a lot more, I'm just a little bit more oily, and so I have to take the necessary steps to really ensure that my face is not like clogged, because right now I'm experiencing a ton of breakouts because I've just now realized, okay, I've reached the point where I have to change up my skincare routine. Now, if this is not something that you typically do and you notice that you have problem skin throughout certain times of the year, consider changing up your skincare routine to really treat your skin the way that it needs to be treated. And so for me, in these hotter months, that means a lot of exfoliation. And I typically go for chemical exfoliants over physical exfoliants. This is my favorite, like every single night I have to use this type of exfoliant. And this is the Paula's Choice BHA 2% Gel. And I say the gel specifically because I feel like the liquid is the much more popular format, but I personally prefer the gel. No cotton rounds necessary. The liquid is like the consistency of a toner, and I feel like this one does the exact same thing but with a lot less waste, and it's just easier. I love to travel with this. I can't be without this because I truly think that this is transformative to your skin. It does a really good job of unclogging and shrinking down your pores. There's other claims on here. It smooths and evens your skin tone, and this again is just a weightless gel. It sinks into your skin really nicely so that you can then follow it up with a moisturizer. But on Sundays, and I have to do this like once a week if I can remember to do it, I love to use something that's a little bit more astringent, I guess. This one is a lot more intense, and this is the TLC Sakura Baby Facial. This has 25% AHA and 2% BHA. So I use, again, just like the scaled down version of this every night in the 2% BHA. So that 25% AHA is really what's doing the work here. It says this mask is an at-home facial that effectively yet gently exfoliates, dramatically smooths texture, and reveals a radiant baby soft complexion. This stuff really does a good job of very slowly but noticeably decongesting my skin is the best word that I can say it. So if you are like me and your skin, you usually flare up and break out a lot as the months get a lot warmer, definitely consider working in some chemical exfoliants into your routine. And with all of that exfoliation, we want to be sure that we're protecting that skin, that super soft skin that's getting, you know, like resurfaced quite often. And I right now have been using the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. This stuff is great, but I think that I prefer on a daily basis the Paula's Choice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. It comes in a blue bottle. Mine is on the way to my house right now because I'm completely out of it. Now, the reason that I think I like the Paula's Choice one more than this is because the Paula's Choice one is tinted. And while it doesn't give me super great coverage and it doesn't truly transform my skin, I feel like it's one of those things that I could wear it alone and it does make my skin look a little bit nicer. This, on the other hand, is a straight up like gel sunscreen that goes on completely clear, and it's not mattifying, but it's not dewy. It just like legitimately disappears. And I like this, but I like this to be my like beach sunscreen. I think that I really prefer the Paula's Choice one to layer under makeup because again, it does have that nice tint. I feel like my makeup pairs really, really well with it. And with this, I feel like I can almost be a little bit greasy at the end of the day if I choose not to use some sort of like BB cream like I'm wearing now. I just feel like this doesn't stand alone on its own as well as the Paula's Choice SPF, but that's a personal preference thing. So, moral of the story, wear your SPF every day. Put it on your face, put it on your neck, put it behind your ears. It's the best way to protect our skin, especially as we're spending more time outside. It's just a necessity. I never ever skip SPF. Even if I'm not wearing makeup that day, an SPF is on my face. Something else I've been using a lot. Now, I told y'all that I had the little trial size of this Youth to the People 15% vitamin C clean caffeine energy serum. It's supposed to brighten, firm, and depuff. This, regardless of the season, is fantastic, but I feel like especially right now, because in the hotter months, I do try to have a bare face most of the time. I'll still wear like bronzer and blush and things like that, but I try to lean away from putting like BB creams and CC creams and stuff like that on my face because I am so like oily prone and I don't know, I just want my face to breathe. And so I feel like this does a really good job of kind of evening out the skin tone, making my face look bright and radiant and healthy without a lot of added makeup. Like it just is truly doing really good work to the actual skin. And I'm trying to get better about investing in my skincare, just like treating it right, like using products that are right for it and not just products that I happen to have. Getting rid of a lot of subscription boxes has allowed me to do that. So I'm really excited to have this. Youth to the People has packaging that is 100% recyclable. They're very conscious of the ingredients that they use. I've gone on and on and on about this company in a prior video, and I'll be sure to link that one down below for you so that you can hear a little bit more of my research, my thoughts on these products, but in these spring months, this just makes your skin look good and healthy and really makes you feel confident, I feel like, having a bare face. So mixed in with all that good exfoliation, giving it the love that it needs, this is a great thing to add to your daytime skincare routine. So in addition to me exfoliating more often in the warmer months to decongest my face, I also opt for a lighter moisturizer. Now, based on the timing of when I bought this, I have been using this throughout the winter, but this was exclusively daytime moisturizer. This was not doing enough for me in the nighttime. In the warmer months, this can be my nighttime moisturizer because I don't need something as thick. My skin is not as dry. So I don't want to put too much heavy product on my face in the summertime because I just don't need it. My skin doesn't react well to it. And so this First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream is just no frills. It has no scent. It's just a pure white cream. It is very like whipped in texture. It's super lightweight. It sinks into your skin beautifully. And while I waited for some other moisturizer to be delivered, I'd just been using this day and night, and you can see it's already rubbed in. It leaves a nice little sheen. It's just, again, no frills. And this says that it's intense hydration. I don't know if I fully agree with that. I think it is very moderate hydration. It's like exactly what I need, hydration in the summer months. So if you were looking for a very effective yet not too heavy, not too expensive moisturizer, this is gonna be the one for you. I also can't do a springtime video and talk about going outside so much without mentioning my favorite sunglasses. I got these a couple years ago. They're from the brand called Les Specs, and this is called the Bandwagon. I love these sunglasses. It's nothing exciting. They are very classic sunglasses, and I think that's why I like them. And also the lenses are so insanely dark. And I have another pair of sunglasses that doesn't have as dark of lenses, and so I'm always reaching for these instead. I feel like they do a great job of actually like protecting all around my eyes. Like they're not too skinny to where like sunlight is getting in on the top. I feel like they're so comfortable for long periods of time. I can like shake my head around and they don't fall off. I just feel like this is it for me. I love the tortoise color. If these came in a black too, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but this is just my perfect pair of sunglasses. It comes with a wonderful little like magnetic top case. They are just like a heavyweight plastic, and I feel like you could probably find this style from a million different places, but the quality in these, I've been impressed by. They've really held up over time. These have been on many vacations and are still doing great. These I got in a trunk club a long time ago, and so you can purchase these at Nordstrom though, in case you were curious where I got them. I know there are a million dupes for these, I'm sure, that you can find on Amazon or something. I just can't speak to that quality, so if this style is up your alley, do some research. These were like $60-ish. So not the super high end of the sunglasses range, but not super inexpensive either. Those are all of my spring essentials as far as like good go-to outfits and great skincare is concerned. Plus, if you have a puppy that needs that little water bottle, seriously can't recommend it enough. But special thanks to Nisolo for again sending me those shoes. Very excited to add those to the springtime rotation this year. And if you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave it down below. I would love to hear from you some of your favorite spring essentials, and everything that I mentioned in today's video will be linked, so you don't have to go hunting high and low for it. Most of those are affiliate links, so if you shop using those links, I will make a small commission, so don't feel pressured to shop through them, but they are easy access down below for you. So if you liked this video, then like it. Stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.